Hello, my name is David Mahalik. Here at Fort Defiance Industries, we're talking about the P2131 sterilizer. In this video, we're going to talk about removing the transmitters. So what you're going to want to do first is have the power off. And since we're going to be in the electrical enclosure, we're going to want to make sure the power is disconnected. So to protect yourself from any shop hazard, you're going to disconnect the Class L connector, spin the cap, disconnect it, replace the cap on the incoming power, and a good check so nobody reconnects it while you're working on it if you put it in the end cap so nobody can reconnect it. Alright, I'm going to remove the panel. You're going to use the multi-tool to spin off all the latches. Alright, so the tools I'm going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver. It does help to have a short one when you're reinstalling it, but a long one will do. Alright, so here's the transmitters right here in the middle, and there's a bracket holding them on to this DIN rail. So you're just going to remove the two Phillips head screws that hold the bracket on, and there's a lock-in flat washer you want to keep track of. It's kind of hard to see, but there's one in the back. Just right there. It's right there in the back. I'm going to spin it off. You need to lift the bracket right off. You'll notice the bracket is labeled Rtd 1 and 2. Rtd 1 is always in the back of the electrical enclosure. Rtd 2 is always closest to the front. So we're going to remove all the connectors, and you're going to kind of want to be gentle. Some of these come loose, but on the input side, I'm just going to remove them. It's always good to inspect them just to make sure they're all connected well. Kind of set it off to the side. I'm going to remove the power input here on the bottom. Again, just pull on the black plastic connectors. And then finally, the communication output. I'm just going to remove 2 connectors per transmitter. Alright, now the transmitters will be ready to be just slid off this DIN rail. And they're sandwiched together, so it's one unit, so you'll just be able to slide it right off. Alright, that's it for removing them. We'll show you how to reinstall here in a second. Alright, so we're ready to reinstall transmitters. If you're swapping transmitters out, it's good to record the serial numbers that are written here. Also, like I said, when you're removing them, we do have an Rtd 1 and an Rtd 2. And the wiring inputs that comes up to the transmitters do have an Rtd 1 and an Rtd 2. So it's very important to install these the correct way. Rtd 1 is always going to go to the back. So I'm going to have that to the back, and I'm going to slide it on here. We will send this to you as a replacement part, already sandwiched, and we'll have those labeled. So it'll kind of make it easy to get it right. So I'm just going to slide this on the DIN rail, center it up. Now I'm going to connect all the wiring. So I'm going to connect the power. There are little clips on these connectors, so you should feel kind of a little clip as you install them. Always kind of want to inspect your wiring just to make sure that nothing gets pulled out during this procedure. Alright, so we're connected there. Now we're going to connect the input wiring here. So I'm going to do the back first. It's sometimes easiest to kind of install them at the same time. in, you'll kind of feel a little clip. So the wiring is very easy to get confused. You're going to want to make sure that, again, you have RTD2 going to RTD2 and RTD1 going to 1. You can kind of trace it. So following RTD2 right here, I know it's this outside wire, and I can follow it to there and know I got it right to RTD2. So you want to make sure you don't swap up these pairs. So I got 2 connectors here, 2 connectors there. Make sure you don't get those swapped up and that you're installed good. Okay, so the last step to the reinstallation is to reinstall this bracket here. So I have the screw on the back inserted. I'm going to finish up tightening it. It's kind of done by feel, but if you put your head around, you can kind of locate where it is. So that's tight. I'll put the same one on the front with the flat and lock washer. So I'm going to tighten that down. Alright, that's tight. I'm going to just do a quick check on the wiring, make sure I'm reinstalled. Alright, so we're going to replace the panels, connect the power, and then we'll look at the status screen real quick just to make sure that's reading temperature correctly. Alright, so we're going to fire the sterilizer back up and check to make sure that you reinstall the transmitters correctly. Get the panel back on here. We're going to go to the status screen, read the 2 temperatures, and they should make sense. If your unit is cool, it should be pretty low, but we're going to go to the status screen here, and there's our 2 temperatures. So our unit is kind of warm. It was on a few minutes ago, and they're reading very close, 139.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Both of them are reading the same. That's great because they're installed in the same spot. So we know that all the wiring is correct and they're behaving normally. So that's the last check for your transmitter reinstallation.